Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to welcome you to the first round of the 4A playoffs, where our Hilldale Hornets will take on the Wagoner Bulldogs. We are joined by our fearless leader at the high school, Mr. Josh Nixon. Mr. Nixon, it's good to have you.
Thank you, Coach. It's good to be here. I'm glad I'm in the press box tonight. It's a little bit chilly out there, so super excited to be up here for the playoff game, and maybe even more excited to be out of that wind.
Absolutely. We do have a cold snap flew through here today. A little bit chilly weather. We had a little bit of a cold game last week, and it turned out well. So Wagner did win the toss. They deferred to the second half, so Hilldale will receive the opening kickoff. Brayson Lawson, Eric Virgil, Lamarion Burton back to receive for the Hornets. And we're off. Kick is up and away. It is fielded by number 6, Brayson Lawson. He's able to run the ball up to about the 20-yard line, where the Hornets will start first and 10. Looks like it will be spotted on the 21-yard line. Hornets will take over. We have a couple little blind spots here in the booth with the camera. We'll do our best to get around those. Hornets come out in doubles. Pass is complete to number 7, Lamarion Burton. He is tackled quickly. Looked like an RPO option there. Good job by David getting the ball out to Lamarion. Brings up second and 10 for the Hornets. No gain there on the play.
It's going to be important this week that we do not dig ourselves into an 18-0 hole.
Yes, absolutely. Hornets come back out in doubles. Harper and Lawson to the bottom. Looks like Jackson Whitaker's to the top. Pass is complete to Whitaker. Again, no gain on the play. Bring up third and 10 for the Hornets.
And right now, our offensive line is not giving our quarterback quite enough time to get that throw out. We're going to have to do a better job on first and second down and not get behind the sticks. It'll be a tough third down.
That was an aggressive look there for the Wagner defense. It looks like they're going to stun a little bit here. Third and 10, I would expect a little bit of pressure here again.
Absolutely.
Lamarion Burton in motion. David looks to throw the ball. It does go incomplete. Looks like pass was intended for number 12, Jackson Whitaker. That will bring up fourth and 10 for the Hornets.
And this is probably the fastest defense that we've seen all year. Much faster than last week, but probably the fastest D that we've seen.
Yes, I agree. And they tend to play with their ears pinned back, a lot of pressure, bring a lot of pressure from a lot of different places. So it'll be interesting to see what we do to try to avoid some of that pressure. Kick from Jackson does go out of bounds.
Well, he is walking back.
And that, let's see where they're going to end up spotting it.
Ooh, inside the 30, and he is still moving.
Looks like at the 26-yard line is where they're going to start that. That's where Wagner will start first and 10. A little bit of hole for the defense. Let's see how they will respond.
Defense is going to have to match the intensity of Wagner's defense, especially right here, put in a real tough spot. We'll see what happens here.
Looks like Wagner came out in a trips to the bottom, single receiver to the top. False start on the Bulldogs. Bring up first and 15. Quarterback keeper for the Bulldogs. Like he is met by number 19, Braden Smith, and number 11, Aiden Jenkins. Maybe a yard gain on the play there. Bring up 2nd 14 for the Bulldogs.
You know, we talked all this week there in the office. It's going to be interesting to see what they try to do with number 45, Kason Albin, how they decide they're going to try to block him, if they're going to go away from him, if they're going to double him. So
it's like another quarterback keeper for the Bulldogs.
You know, and that time it looked like they went ahead and they let him get upfield and then just tried to cut him a little bit, and then just kind of ran right the opposite side. So they may not try to run that side early.
Yeah. Guy like him, makes it difficult. I wouldn't be surprised. They do a lot of quarterback run games. I wouldn't be surprised if they read him a little bit, just like they did there, kind of try to run underneath him. Be 3rd and short for the Bulldogs. Looks like that is going to be enough for the first down. That will bring up a 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs from the Hornet 14-yard line. Where they're going to spot the ball.
You know, and nothing fancy out of Wagner. Not that we expected anything fancy out of them, but just going to line up and run the ball, and they're going to let their best player handle the ball, which is number 20, the quarterback.
First and 10, diamond look. It's like they motion out. We will get a false start there against the Bulldogs. We have a little bit of a diamond look there for the Bulldogs. Something that we've seen them run before in years past. Bring up 1st and 15 for the Bulldogs from about the 19-yard line.
And again, a good spot for the defense. You got them behind the chains early. We just need to make a stop right here for a short gain.
It's like we got an overload set. So we're going to get a quarterback sweep. He is knocked out of bounds by number 45, Kason Albin. Good job pursuing the ball there. Bring up 2nd and about 8 for the Bulldogs. Another diamond look there for the Bulldogs. Give is to number 21. Gain of about 3 on the play. Bring up 3rd and 5 for the Bulldogs.
Really need somebody to step up and make a stop right here. Considering where they started there in their first play, if you could get a field goal only right here, you got to consider that a huge win for the defense.
Absolutely, yeah. This is a big play for the defense. Kind of got put in a precarious situation. Backs up against it. See how they'll do.
And I don't know if you could see that down there.
We caught the end of it. We were kind of blocked out of the middle portion of the field, but pass did go incomplete. That will bring up 4th and 3. 4th and about 5 actually there for the Bulldogs. Looks like they change out personnel. Expect to see a field goal attempt here. And again, just like you said, Mr. Nixon, this is a nice job here by the defense of kind of digging themselves out and hopefully just keeping it to 3 right here.
And that's not even going to be through. Kason Albin.
He is blocked.
That is great effort right there.
Great job there by number 45, Kason Albin. And he is just proven he is a tough gentleman to block.
And I was going to say right before the field goal attempt, if you can find a weakness in Wagner, it may be their passing game.
Absolutely. I do think they lean heavy on that quarterback run game. Let's see how the offense chooses to respond here. They come out in doubles. Harper and Lawson to the bottom. Got Burton and Whitaker to the top.
Oh, great play.
To Brayson Lawson.
There are no flags down. And we just get a touchdown.
Touchdown, Hornets. Great job there by Kanan David. Great job running underneath that ball by Brayson Lawson.
That was great individual effort.
For a touchdown.
That unbelievable. I was just thinking, we just got sacked. Take a huge loss. Kanan does a great job getting outside that end, keeping the play alive, finding Brayson, keeping his eyes downfield, and then Brayson Lawson does a great job of just outrunning the defenders.
Great job there. Talk about a two-play sequence. Blocked the field goal attempt on the first. About an 80-yard touchdown on the second. Kick is up and good from Jackson Whitaker, and the Hornets are up 7-0 over the Wagner Bulldogs.
And that's a much better start. You think back to last week, we find ourselves down 18-0 early, and it looks like, Wagner's defense comes and we go 3 and out. We don't get a great punt. Defense is put in a tough spot, and they step up, limit them to a field goal attempt, and then Case and Alvin comes up huge with the block, and then the offense turns around and just great play.
Great play, and you talk about a shot in the arm when it comes to when it comes to a momentum shift. This is a very stingy defense from Wagner that has not been scored on much, especially early, and the Hornets come out there. Caden does a great job of getting free there around the edge, throwing the ball up. Brayson does a great job running underneath it. Kick is up and away from Whitaker. Is fielded about the 24-yard line.
Well, that is definitely not what you want on the kickoff following the touchdown.
No, kind of puts our defense still in a spot, but definitely not where we started the game. Looks like they will spot the ball. See, it looks like it's going to be right at the 45-yard line where the Bulldogs will take over, 1st and 10. Hornets are up 7-0 over the Bulldogs. 7:02 left here in our opening quarter.
And Coach, I want to, when we go back on offense, just remind me to ask you about attacking the quarterback who's playing defensive back. I want to get your opinion on something there, but we'll wait till we go back to the offensive side.
Looks like the Bulldogs do look to throw the ball. Oh, they had a man open, but
yes, they
just
did.
Outside of his reach. Pass does go incomplete, brings up 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs.
And sure enough, there I go with my big mouth and say, if you think about one weakness for them, and then they got a man running wide open,
yes,
thankfully overthrown just a little.
Right. And I do think they're going to lean heavy on the quarterback run game, so if we can get them out of that, making them do something that's a little bit uncomfortable.
And it's that same man, Coach, coming through. You can't block him one-on-one.
Speaking of uncomfortable,
yes.
A sack made by number 45, Kason Albin. Had a heck of a year. That brings up 3rd and 12 for the Bulldogs. I would assume maybe here we saw early kind of a overload set, kind of a buck sweep look there, from the quarterback. It looks like we got 4 receivers over here to this side again.
Oh, we've got whistles.
False start against the Bulldogs. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7 for the Bulldogs.
And you think again, defensive backs got to be aware. Don't let anybody behind you right here. Don't give up the big play. Don't let Wagner get any kind of momentum, and then hopefully get a punt after this play and get it back to your offense, and then see what we can do offensively again.
Yes, I would assume this is a punting situation. Trips to the bottom, single receiver to the top, back motions out. Looks like a quarterback draw. Good job there by the defense pursuing. It's going to bring up a 4th and about 8 or 9.
And
looks like we got some punting personnel coming on the field for the Bulldogs.
So another great job by the defense.
Absolutely. The defense have been put in, really tough situation on the first series. A pretty difficult one on the second. Responded well. Something they've done all year. Great job. Great 2 series there by the Hilldale defense. Brayson Lawson back to receive for the Hornets.
And we got a piece of it. Oh,
45, Kason Albin having himself a heck of a first quarter.
Oh, my goodness.
Blocked field goal, blocked punt. He had a sack for a loss. I mean, great opening quarter for that young gentleman.
And you know, that's the kind of effort you hope to see out of a senior.
Absolutely.
He knows now that it's win or go home, and he's coming out and he's leaving everything out here in this first quarter.
Absolutely. Hornets come out in doubles. They will take over 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. It is a quarterback run.
And that may be a tough play for us. Cannon has run the ball well at times, but this defense is just so much quicker that hole that looks really big closes up real quick tonight.
Sure. Yeah, good. 2nd and 12 for the Hornets. Trips to the top, single receiver to the bottom. It looks like we are going to get a little bit of single man coverage here.
That is a great play fake right there.
Top. Great job there.
Great effort.
And I think we're going to get a little bit of a face mask
I believe so.
At the end of this. Help out the end of that run.
So what I wanted to ask you earlier, Coach, on that one-play drive, the Rodriguez kid that plays quarterback, he's also playing safety. Do you still try to attack him or get it to where he's more involved or where he's having to run all over the field defensively to hopefully tire him out in the second half when he's run the ball probably by halftime 15 to 20 times or more?
I don't know. He's such a good athlete and such a good player. You know, he might be one of those kids that he could play every down and still play at a high level.
Right.
So I'm not positive that you pick on him. Give his to Virgil. That is his first carry of the game. Taken for a loss. I would assume just because of the big week last week, he'll probably be a key for their defense.
Absolutely.
I think that's probably why we've been trying to get the ball elsewhere early in this game. Try to get some eyes off of him possibly. 2nd and 14. Trips to the bottom, single receiver to the top. Hornets do look to throw the ball. Pressure coming. Pass is complete to number 13, Logan Harper. The ball is on the ground. Not positive.
Wagner comes up with it.
Wagner does come up with it. I wasn't sure if they were going to call that an incomplete pass or a fumble, but it looks like they're going to stick with the fumble. Wagner does recover. It's like they will take over at about the 37, maybe 38-yard line. Like that was a tunnel screen look to number 13, Logan Harper, from that far trips position.
You know, probably really a good idea right there. Take advantage of Wagner's aggressiveness on defense. Just got to secure that ball.
Right. Yeah. Try to run underneath it and then tuck it up. You know, when you're in tight in that traffic. See how the defense responds. Pass does go incomplete. That will bring up 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs. Little bubble screen look there.
You know, and obviously I don't coach or I wouldn't be up here talking with you, but I think I'm going to just kind of stick with what got me to this point, and that is run the ball with my quarterback, and that is hand the ball off, maybe some mixed direction. I may throw the ball 4 times.
Yes.
Twice in the first half and twice in the second half, and I'm going to run the ball about 40.
Yep. And we get a kind of an empty look there where they're motioning the back out of the backfield and then a quarterback draw. You know, something when your quarterback is such a good runner like Wagner's is, you're able to go from an empty look, you know, hopefully try to pull maybe one of those outside linebackers out of the box and maybe get some numbers up the middle. We've seen them do that a couple times tonight. We'll see if they stick with it. Brings up 3rd and 5 for the Bulldogs. Trips to the bottom. It is quarterback run. And I do think he's going to be good enough for the first down. Looks like he kind of finished forward. Good initial stop there by the Hornet defense, but he was able to fall forward and get the first down. 1st and 10. Bulldogs from their own 49-yard line. 3:04 left here in our first quarter.
They're going to try again, and he's wide open that time again.
Nice catch there made by number 4 of the Bulldogs. We do have a flag on the play.
I think it's going to be a face mask on Brayson Lawson, it looked like, Coach.
Should be a spot foul from spot of the foul.
You know, and that's probably a case right there where run the ball, lull your DBs to sleep, and that's where they've got to be super disciplined right there, not let those guys get behind them. They've got to know that they can come up late and run support.
Yeah, and it is tough when you got some guys, you know, in those corner and safety positions that enjoy helping with the run game, enjoy coming up and making tackles, and them having to be disciplined, you know, in order to kind of stay disciplined, keep their eye on their assignment. We're going to move the camera around a little bit, see if we can catch it.
Oh boy, there is nobody there. That hole was huge.
Kind of got an outside power look there by the Bulldogs. That brings the score to 6-7 in favor of the Hornets. I do think that Wagner has a swinging gate look. Wouldn't be surprised if they try to score out of this. Just since we blocked that field goal attempt, but looks like they are going to bring it back in and see if they can even the score.
Let's see what kind of push we get here in the middle again. And he's close again.
He was close. Kick is up and good. That brings our score to a 7-7 tie with 2:30 left here in our opening period.
You know, I think what we're going to have to see here, our offensive line is going to have to just get a little more physical than what they've been. You know, I think Wagner, again, said it several times, but they're the quickest defense we've seen, but we're going to have to just be more physical at this point. You know, Eric's got to be able to get the ball, you know, more than one time. We need to establish that run game so we can set up the passing game, get the ball outside to Logan and to Brayson.
Sure. Number 6, Brayson Lawson. Number 7, Lamarion Burton. Number 1, Eric Virgil, all back to return the kick for the Hornets. Kick is up, and Lawson will field it.
Gets outside.
Cut upfield.
He's got one man to beat.
Nice cut back.
That is what you need right there.
No flags on the play. Looks like the ball will be spotted on about maybe the 28, 29-yard line. Great return there for number 6, Brayson Lawson. Gets the ball all the way down to the 20. Looks like they're going to spot it on the 29-yard line. Great field position here. Let's see if we can make something of it.
Yeah, we've definitely got to capitalize.
Bring in a tight end, Rylan Nail, number 35. Toss sweep is to number 1, Eric Virgil.
That is, well, there's a flag down.
We have a flag, probably holding there. Again, we apologize for this little bit of obstruction. We're going to see if we can work our way around it. Assume it's holding out here on the edge. Looks like he's going to be holding against the Hornets. That backs the ball up 10 yards, and we will replay first down.
You just cannot have those kind of mistakes. You can get away with that if you're maybe on the inside of the line, but when you're on the edge and trying to set the edge, you just cannot have that happen.
Yeah, it's pretty noticeable out there. Hornets stay with the number 35 in for the tight end. Two receivers to the top, single receiver to the bottom.
And we've got...
Looks like we are going to get another flag on the start, possibly.
Well, now they're going to discuss it.
Dead ball, false start against the Hornets. Back the ball up another 5 yards. In a close game like this, we're going to have to clean it up on the penalties and turnovers. Got a couple big penalties against us. Got one turnover went against us. Going to have to clean those things up.
Yeah, you just cannot. You get into the playoffs, you can't have mental errors like that. You got to play smarter.
Pressure there on David. Makes kind of something out of nothing and gets back to the line of scrimmage, possibly a loss of 1.
Not a good sequence offensively right now for the Hornets.
No, we're having a hard time kind of finding our rhythm. And I do think a lot of that is, we can accredit that to the amount of pressure that Wagner is bringing. That's difficult to deal with. We'll see what type of adjustments we make here. Tight end to the top. Two receivers to the bottom. Eric Virgil in the pistol back. Pitch is to Virgil. Looks like
he's throwing it.
Halfback pass.
He's wide open. Great play call. Great play call.
That is a touchdown.
That is just a great job again.
Great job there.
Take advantage of Wagner's over-aggressiveness.
Absolutely. That is a great job there by that Hornet offense. The old halfback pass, something, that's. I'm sure they rep it a lot in practice, but man, that's tough to execute. Tough to execute in a game when you got a guy having to throw the ball that hasn't. Great job there by Virgil. Great quick score there.
And we're going to have a false start again.
False start.
One of the benefits of knowing guys on the other staff is their tendencies, and that Wagner's defense is. They're going to get after you. They're going to be aggressive. They're going to send guys from different locations, and when you get your ears pinned back, especially when it's like second and I don't know, all the way from Holbert, they're probably going to be real aggressive right there. Yeah. So a great play call by Coach Starks. Great execution there by Eric Virgil.
And it is good. That brings the score 14-7 in favor of the Hornets. 51 seconds left here in our opening quarter. And it has been a pretty exciting opening quarter.
Absolutely.
We've had
very exciting.
Certainly some ups and downs. Two huge plays by that Hornet offense. Got the halfback pass, and then we got the long scramble pass from David to Lawson. Two big scores really here from that Hornet offense, and we'll see how Wagner responds to that. I'm sure they're not used to taking two on the chin quickly right in that first quarter, so.
Not since early in the season. I think Karita did it to them, and then they rebound, from that nicely. They get into district play, but, offensively, I feel like we can score with anybody. We just defensively, we need to get a stop right here, maybe a 3-and-out, and get it back to our offense. We got some momentum going. Seems like Coach Starks is in a pretty good rhythm. If we can just execute.
Absolutely.
I would
high pooch kick there.
I hate that call right there. It is a fair catch, but it's so late, and that guy running down just as fast as he can. I hate that. It's the right call, but man, that is tough to stop.
It is tough because that's kind of a bang bang play. You got the defense coming 100 miles an hour down, and to kind of get a late signal there, that can be tough. Absolutely, that can be tough.
Because you're not going to coach those guys to jog down.
No.
You're sending them full speed. Yeah, they know what their goal is to try to get down there, and hopefully he doesn't fair catch it. I was just fixing to say, and I know the cold weather plays a factor in this, but I would love to see Jackson just uncork one and see if we can't get in the end zone and not let them start around the 50.
Yes,
every dang time.
They have not had to, take a full stride of the field yet. Offsides there against the Bulldogs. Kind of a little bit of a sloppy first quarter.
It has been.
A few penalties on both sides. I'm sure, a little bit of that, goes into, both teams are playing really high competition here. Both teams feel a lot of pressure. Here's a quarterback run. Good job there by, looks like number 35, maybe, Ryland Nail, backtracking and making that tackle.
That's just too much on a quarterback right up the middle.
Yep.
Man, and I know he's a good athlete. We talked about that, and he's proven that, but my goodness, somebody in the middle has got to make a stop right there and keep him from running for 10, 15 yards.
Second and short. Wagner does look to throw the ball, and it does go incomplete there. Interesting play call there by the Wagner offense. Kind of looks like they were going for a hole in the zone there. Had a man open, and
he did.
Not able to complete that. Bring up third and short. I would think this yardage we're probably at a 2-down territory. Might want to watch the ball here. They may try to get a cheap 5 yards and convert this first down. We will see.
Hang on.
Oh, great job there by that Hilldale defense. Case Albin blowing that play up.
I have never seen anybody get off the ball that quick.
He got back there about as quick as the ball did.
I'm curious if he has got a headset on and he knows the snap count right there. That's unbelievable.
That was a nice job, and really, that loss of yardage there, makes it to where now we're looking at a 4th and probably 5 or 6, which is a lot tougher decision to make offensively if you're going to choose to go for it or if you're going to punt it away back to us.
Mm-hmm.
So great job there by Case Albin, again, having himself a heck of a night. That does bring us to the end of our first quarter. Hornets are up 14-7 over the Wagoner Bulldogs. We are here in Wagner, America, on the road this first week of the playoffs, but looking to make a statement.
It'll be interesting to see what Coach Condit and Coach Bryant decide to do offensively. If it's me and the way that I know that they've given up 14 points, but their defense has played pretty well. I'm going for it right here, and the Rodriguez kid is carrying it.
Yeah.
And we're going to go right up the middle, but not on the side of Case and Albin.
Yes, and it looks like we are going to get that overload set to the side, possible quarterback sweep, but I wouldn't be surprised if they try to sneak out one of those receivers to the top either. That can be a tough thing to cover. It looks like it is going to be a quarterback
It is,
sweep.
and and there he goes. He's into the end zone.
No flags on the play. It's good for a Bulldog touchdown.
You just can't let that happen.
That's a tough one to do, right out there the gate. They've run that same play out of that same set twice now. They get the numbers advantage to that side. And it's tough to shift big out of there because you got that nub receiver on that top side. That's a tough set to deal with. Kick is up, and it is good for the Bulldogs. That knots us up at 14 with 11:47 left here in our first half. So far, both teams go stride for stride and kind of big plays.
Absolutely.
On both sides of the ball.
Yep. That'll explain a little bit to just the casual viewer, and even to myself. You think, gosh, how are those guys from Wagner running wide open? Well, that's why right there.
Yeah.
Because they can load up and they can do that. I mean, you just have to be so aware of that quarterback and the quarterback run game.
Yeah, he's a heck of an athlete. And great blocking up, there by the Bulldog front. probably something they're going to come back to, and I really wouldn't be surprised if they have some pass options out of that.
Oh, absolutely.
So we will see. Lawson, Burton, and Virgil back to receive the kick from the Bulldogs. Bulldogs will kick off from the far hash.
Looks like their kicker's setting up a little bit differently.
I wouldn't.
I don't think he's going to kick it deep this time.
Yeah, you might get a high pooch maybe over here to Alonzo. Looks like Burton will take it.
Get out of his way.
Makes a nice upfield.
We got guys, too many guys standing around spectating right there instead of getting a hat on a hat.
Good job there by Burton to hang on to the ball. So the Hornets will take over on offense from the 30-yard line, from their own 30-yard line. Score knotted up at 14, 11 minutes, 37 seconds left here in our first half.
Looks like we're going to stick with that tight end look.
We're going to come up with a tight end, and we've inched our receiver back. Lawson goes in motion. Give is to Virgil. Virgil bounces it outside.
Great block on the outside by 13, Logan Harper. Great job. And we've got some extracurricular going on over here. You know, that guys, you got to be smarter than that. We're lucky that there's no flag
at
the end of that play.
The ref's going to give a comment to both and see if we can move on. Good job there by Eric Virgil getting outside, picking up the first down. With that tight end in and then that quick motion, kind of taking some eyes off of Virgil there, able to break a tackle. Oh, ball's on the ground.
Dang it.
Wagner does recover.
And it's those kind of plays right there that's going to be the difference in a ball game right there.
It is. Those are tough. You know, puts our defense back out on the field.
You just cannot do that. Not in playoff football. I mean, you can't do that any time, but especially you cannot have those kind of mistakes in playoff football.
Yeah, we got two early turnovers that have gone against us. See if we can clean it up. Wagner does look to throw the ball. Looks like Lawson makes a nice play on that.
Great play.
Great play on the ball. Is able to break up the pass, bring up 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs.
You know, and I'm thankful when they do that, especially on first down, because now you get yourself in a hole. 2nd and 10. Guys like Case and Albin, even though he's full throttle the entire time, now it just helps him just to crank that motor a little bit more. Great. Gets off the ball great right there. Our defensive end on that side, though, does not scrape down.
Yeah, that's
just
one of those.
Just close it down.
Yeah, you got to squeeze that play, and that's hard to do. You know, especially when the quarterback is the one running the ball. But you got to be able to squeeze that down. Does bring up a Wagner first down. Ball will be spotted at the 30-yard line. Wagner goes in little orbital motion.
Oh, boy.
Up the middle.
Yep. And 26 is not your traditional fullback looking back, but almost kind of looked just like a little trap right there, or a little counter, and he just huge hole.
Yep.
I could have run through that one, and I'm slow.
Another one that's trying to, get your eyes moving everywhere else except for where the ball's going. Brought orbital motion to this side. First and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Gosh, yes you do. Yeah, he runs so hard. That's, man, oh man.
Yeah, that's a tough couple of looks right there.
Yes, it is. You know, you need somebody to come up and just blow that hole up and meet that quarterback right there. And if he's anything like his brothers, he's probably a pretty tough kid, probably a wrestler also. But, man, you'd like to think somebody come up and just smoke him a few times. And then maybe he wouldn't be quite so eager to get up in that hole, but we just haven't seen it yet. Still out of ball game, though.
Kick is up and good. Brings the score 21-14 in favor of the Wagoner Bulldogs. .24 left here in our first half. Wouldn't be surprised right here to see maybe another high pooch or kind of a strange look out of this kickoff.
Yeah, I don't think they want
to try to keep momentum here.
Oh yes, definitely probably don't want to get it deep to Lawson after his last return. But, you know, stranger things have happened. Yeah, looks like they're going to set up for that short kick again. Alonzo and Lamarion better be ready. Just run, but not backwards. There we go. Somebody get a block.
Nice job there by number 7, Lamarion Burton on the return, trying to reverse sides of the field there. And that's a tough catch to come up and make confidently. He's done it well twice. See what the offense comes out to start with. They will have the ball on the 30-yard line, 1st and 10 Hornets.
I'd like to see the offense try to get the ball to number 7, to Lamarion.
Hornets do look to throw the ball. Looks like they have a screen look. Looks like it was attempted of the back out there on Eric Virgil on the swing out.
When the middle linebacker gets out there and makes that play, it's hard to tell if he was there early from way over here on this side of the field, but not a bad idea, but we've got to give our quarterback a little more time.
Yeah, and that's testing their discipline there. Good, nice catch.
And we got a ball on the ground again. My goodness, we cannot hang on to that thing. Lucky to recover that one.
Lucky to recover. It looks like it's going to be a loss of about 2 yards on that recovery.
Yep, we go from a 4 or 5 yard gain to 2 yard loss.
Bring up 3rd and 12 for the Hornets. See what kind of big play options that the Hornets have here.
That is great.
Screen look.
It is.
Brayson Lawson hangs on the ball, and it is good for a Hilldale first down. Great job there.
Perfect play call.
Yes, absolutely. That was a tough position to be in. 3rd and long, converted. It looks like the Hornets will get right up back to the line of scrimmage to see if we can run a play. Looks like a now pass there to Lamarion, I believe. Yep. Pass does go complete. Little quick hitter there. Brings up 2nd and 2 for the Hornets.
I would love to see us try to get the ball down here to number 12. He's manned up. Again, I think that he's a good enough athlete. Great job of getting outside. Just run! Oh, my word, great play! Skip your feet!
Oh, man! And we missed the end of it because the window covering, but that pass was complete to Brayson Lawson, who is able to run all the way down, gets tripped up at about the 10 and stumbles forward, and the ball will be placed on the 3 yard line.
You know, that's a great job by Kanan, getting outside. I thought he had a ton of room just to run it. He's got his eyes downfield and makes a great play of getting it to a playmaker.
A quarterback keeper. He is stopped short. Bring up 2nd and goal for the Hornets from the 3.
And we're lucky we didn't get a penalty right there. We got a lineman that's locked on to number 20, the quarterback from Wagner. Pushing him after the whistle. That's got to be one of those plays where you got to be smarter than that. Yeah, lucky to not get a penalty. We're down here in scoring position, going to get this game tied again. Got to have our heads in it. Oh, miscommunication. Oh my goodness.
Incomplete, broken up there.
Well, and there it was right there. We have a huge mental mistake. It's going to push us back 15 yards. It was just unnecessary and uncalled for. You've got to be smarter. You cannot let a play from the other team bait you into something dumb like that. You know, before that penalty, what looked like a busted play almost turned into a great touchdown catch. Just could not get enough on that ball.
Personal foul against the Hornets. That will back them up to the 18-yard line.
Oh,
bring
goodness.
Up 3rd and goal from the 18.
Well, we said it earlier and say it again. You cannot have those kind of mistakes in playoff football.
No.
Great job of finding the open man.
It looks like
he's in there. There are no flags anywhere.
The play.
Great job.
The number 13, Logan Harper, was able to scrape across the field and score.
You know, it looked like right there, Wagner was going to bring pressure. Then they walk it out there right before the snap, and you think, well, they're going to drop a ton of guys in coverage. And Logan just finds a soft spot between the line and those linebackers where they dropped, and just outran everybody to the corner of the end zone.
You know, and with all that pressure that they're bringing, we've seen that a few different times now. We're kind of scraping those receivers over the top of it. And Kanan does a great job stepping up in the pocket, dumping that ball off, and then we're off to the races. Another, the offense put in a precarious situation there, 3rd and a mile, and we're able to, to execute a great play there, big gain, and we've tied it up again. 7:25 left here in our first half, 21-21. Heck of a ball game we got going on.
You know, I think if I'm Coach Blevins and I'm on that sideline, I'm probably getting in the middle of those guys and telling them, if we don't turn the ball over a couple of times and if we don't have dumb penalties, it may be 21-7.
Absolutely. I think, we've had 2 turnovers go the other way. We've had really about 4 big penalties, go against us. And we're knotted up at 21. And I think that, we should be thankful for being here, and we've made some big plays. Great job on the offensive side. Kind of taking what they've given us.
That's what I wanted to see right there.
Boots one deep midway through the end zone.
That makes me feel a lot better.
Take over.
They're not getting it at the 45-yard line.
Yes, and they've had a short field all night long. We'll see how they come out here. And with the style of offense that they run, we had a pretty quick first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a little bit slower start to this second one, couple ball changes, and then we've been throwing the ball. See what they come out in. Looks like we're going to get a double tight end look.
One looks like they're heavy too.
Yep.
To the right.
Yeah, same look that we had, kind of a quarterback sweep look. They got numbers over there. Nice job of some of our linemen sweeping down. Bring up 2nd and 5 for the Bulldogs.
And Coach, right there, are they wanting us to over-adjust to that because they maybe have some kind of automatic call when they see that, or they're just saying, here's what we're doing, try to stop us, our best against your best?
I really don't know. I don't know if they're trying to pull our safeties down, maybe try to throw over top. I don't know. Now pass. He is stopped short of the first down. Bring up third and short, 3rd and 1 for the Bulldogs.
And again, if I'm Coach Bryant and I'm calling a play, 20's carrying the ball right here, and I'm making sure that I get the first down. I'm not going to do anything crazy. I'm not going to throw the ball. I'm just going to get it to him.
Looks like we will have a quarterback sneak. By the looks of it, I do think it is good for the first down. Gain of about 2 there on the play brings up a 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Looks like they'll mark the ball at about the 31-yard line. 6:12 left here in our first half, and we are knotted up at 21. Trips to the bottom, single receiver to the top. Back motions out. I was going to say.
There we go.
We have seen quite a bit of quarterback draw out of that empty look.
And right there, all they're trying to do is just get one of our guys out of that box.
Yeah, I think trying to draw. Probably our outside linebacker there is already kind of lined out over that 3rd receiver, so maybe possibly trying to get our inside linebacker to bump out a little and run back underneath him. 2-back look for the Bulldogs. Motions out. Quarterback keeper.
Oh my gosh! Holy cow!
Big run there by the quarterback, number 20.
Coach,
brings up a Wagner first down.
I'm trying to think back over 10 games, and I can't even remember what I had for lunch today, but I don't know that we've seen just an athlete like him. We see some good players. Poto had some good running backs. Broken Bow had some kids that were very athletic. I don't know if we've seen anybody as good as him.
He is a heck of a runner, big, tough, strong kid. Runs the ball hard. They've done a good job up front. Trips to the bottom, single receiver to the top, motion back out, quarterback draw.
I would love to know.
Gain of about 5 there.
How many times has that boy carried the ball tonight? That is unbelievable. And still, just running as hard as can be.
Yeah.
And still quick. Played every snap on defense. Heck, I don't know. He might be on every special teams. I'm going to try to pay better attention on the special teams to see. But those are the kind of kids that you want on your team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hard-nosed competitors.
Like we got the 2-back look again. Give is to the running back there. Oh, the ball is out.
Oh, my gosh.
I did not hear a whistle.
I didn't either, but he's marking it.
The ball was down. But I did not hear a whistle. We'll see what the white hat has to say. He is going to spot it back to where the initial tackle was made. That benefits us there because I think that was going to be recovered for a first down.
It was. It almost looked like he was just standing there waiting on a bounce pass on the low block.
Bring up 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3 for the Bulldogs.
Well, we're going to get a timeout here.
A Bulldog timeout. We will take a second right here and move over to our sponsors. And we're back live after the Wagner timeout. Back 3rd and 3 for the Bulldogs. 3:56 left here in our first half. Score is tied 21-21.
I'm hoping we see some overcoaching right here. I was just telling you during that break, give the ball to the quarterback. But I hope they overthink it. Yeah, we had movement.
False start there by the Wagner backfield. That will bring up, yes, it is going to be against the Bulldogs. Bring up a little bit longer 3rd down conversion. We'll see if we get a change of plays here.
And, say it again, give the ball to the quarterback.
Yes.
Don't overthink it. I mean, even a dummy like myself can get that figured out after a quarter and a half.
And he is a tough kid to tackle.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see how the Hornet defense responds here.
They look like they lined up in the same formation, and now they're bringing a guy in again, and they're going to throw it.
They do look to throw the ball. It is complete, but it is tackled.
Great job by Lonzo.
18, Lonzo Perez brings up 4th and 7, and the Bulldogs will punt the ball.
So thank you for overcoaching that right there.
Absolutely.
You get 3rd and manageable where you can run it twice with the Rodriguez kid. Nah. Let's try something else. So very thankful for that. Offense is going to get the ball back, hopefully, go down, get a chance to go score.
It looks like we went to try to go get it.
Yeah, and that's great effort.
Short kick there. Looks like it's going to roll out at about maybe the 28-yard line.
And somebody needs to grab Case and Albin, one of the coaches, and say, hey, brother, great effort. Quit jumping over people. We need you in the second half.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's a difference maker. We've seen in the first half just causing havoc on that defensive line.
He's really dominated that first quarter. Did a great job. Hornets come out, trips to the bottom, single receiver to the top. Eric Virgil in the backfield. Pass is complete to number 7, Lamarion.
Oh!
And that quick now pass is really working wonders there, just slipping right through. It's tough there. It looks like they're playing a zone to that trip side, and so that inside receiver will be the safety's initial read, unless they're reading that number 2 receiver there. Hornets do look to throw the ball again. It is complete.
Good effort.
Good second effort right there after the catch. That is going to be up to the, looks like about the 44-yard line. Bring up 2nd and 6 for the Hornets. Trips to the top. Pass is complete to number 7, Lamarion.
Got to make a man miss.
Nice move. Maybe gain of about 3, maybe 2 on the play.
Don't be dumb right there. It's a good job of our offensive line. We had a little after play issue. We got to be smart. Do not get yourself a penalty.
Yep. 3rd and 3 for the Hornets. Again, doubles look. Like Wagner looks to bring pressure. We will throw the ball. Got a man open, and he is overthrown.
Golly.
That pass was intended to number 13, Logan Harper. He did get behind his man. Pass was slightly overthrown there. Nice look.
We're bringing on the punt unit, but
like we are going to punt the ball. 4th and manageable. I would think that Wagner's got their kids coached up to be aware of the fake punt. It's like we got a dead ball, false start against the Hornets.
Oh, God. I'm not sure what it was, and I think that's what Coach Blevins is asking. Doesn't look like he's going to get an explanation.
Jackson Whitaker.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, man.
My goodness.
Snap goes above Jackson's head. He's able to recover it, but They do tackle him for a big loss. The Bulldogs will take over. Deep in Hornet territory. Looks like they'll take over at about the 25-yard line. Man, tough play there for the Hornet offense. Again, defense in a tough position right here. Going to have to dig themselves out, make some plays, and
they're going to have to bail the offense out right here. Don't get big played. And they're going to throw it.
Do look to throw the ball. Passes.
Oh, great recovery.
By, I can't tell, is that Brayson to the top? I do think it is. Great job there.
Number 6, Brayson Lawson.
Coming back, tracing back to the ball, and making a nice play there. Wagner went for the quick gut shot there after the turnover, as to be expected. 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs. I would expect we get a little bit of a quarterback run here.
I'd be shocked if we don't see him run the ball. Oh, well.
Look to throw the ball. Now
I'm shocked. Ball to the ground. Get up. Oh, great job, 16, Ison Smith.
Yes, Wagner does recover, but great job coming up there, making a tackle, knocking that ball loose, brings up 3rd. And about 19 for the Bulldogs. Again, I don't think this is a 2-play situation for them. I don't know what their field goal kicker is capable of. We only have 1:26 left here in the first half. Wagner will receive the kickoff in the second half.
He just got tackled.
And
interception. Interception.
Picked off. And who is that?
That is Jace Walker.
Jace Walker. Great play there by number 33, Chase Walker. We had about 3 Hornets in the area.
I don't understand it. Again, nobody's knocking down my door asking me to come be their head football coach. But if I've got a kid like number 20 and I've got 2 minutes to go, he's going to touch it every time. And it's not going to be to throw it.
Yeah,
he's going to run the dang football.
And again, we're trying to get a decent look here. Got a little bit of a viewing obstruction in the booth. Let's see if we can make it count. David looks to throw the ball. Scrambles, gets the ball out to number 6. Lamarion Burton does go incomplete. Bring up 2nd and 10 for the Hornets. 1 minute, 1 second remaining here in the first half.
You know, we're in a real dangerous area. Lucky to get that ball off. He's got to be, just be aware that if he goes back, he cannot take a sack and can't just throw it away if he's in the end zone.
Yeah.
So
no sacks, no turnovers right here. Trips to the top, single receiver to the bottom.
Good play fake. Oh!
Takes a pretty big
yes, he does.
Play, but is able to hang on to the ball and gets a little bit of breathing room. Ball out to about the 10, maybe 9-yard line.
And we're going to get a timeout from Wagner.
They're going to try to get the ball back here before half.
They're probably going to try to force us to punt, and I would imagine they are going to come after it.
I would think the same. Going to get a lot of pressure here.
Mm-hmm.
So we got 3rd and 8 for the Hornets. Wouldn't be surprised to see another underneath pass attempt here. I'm sure Coach Keenum for the Bulldogs is probably preaching the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a couple huge plays on 3rd down off of scraping those receivers underneath. So we will see if he has his inside backers and one of those outside backers stay home.
I would imagine he's going to show pressure just to that way maybe try to confuse our offensive line and our quarterback, and then I'd be shocked if he doesn't drop a ton of guys back, especially the way that we've handled 3rd down the last couple of times. So
come out in doubles. And we've seen those couple quick now passes to Lamarion. It is kind of forced their hand on. They've walked that safety down to about 7 yards now. Legal procedure against the Hornets. Half the distance to the goal. Think that is called there on. I didn't see anybody else move. I do think it was called on Lamarion, but I'm not positive.
Oh gosh, that was
go incomplete.
Very fortunate.
Very fortunate there that ball's not picked off. Looks like we were going for possible maybe
little hook and ladder.
A little hook and ladder is kind of what it looked like to me. Throwing it to Jackson Whitaker and then him pitching it to Lamarion, possibly.
Ball just floated on us right there. You've got to zip that one out. And they, oh my word.
Covered in the end zone. Wagner goes up. A touchdown after that one.
And you talk about just the absolute worst case scenario.
Yep.
You know, all year we've on punt, he's been short, he's been close to the line. We've been fortunate that we hadn't had more blocked, but we haven't had a defense like this that we faced also. So
yeah, man, that is a tough break there. You know, get a chance to possibly score before the half, and Wagner blocks a punt, recovers in the end zone. Kick is up and good, and that takes the score 28-21 in favor of the Bulldogs. 35 seconds left here in our first half. Tough break there for the Hornets.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, just to add insult to injury, you know, we think our defense does a great job right there, keeping them out of the end zone. We may have a chance to go down and score with 2 minutes left because Wagner's going to get the ball to start the second half, and then that's the worst thing that could happen. They score, not much time left on the clock. We do have 3 timeouts. I'll be shocked if they kick it deep.
Yeah, I would assume we get a high pooch, maybe a squib here. You know, Lamarion's done a pretty good job. We've rotated Eric over that position, now opposite of the kicker. We do have a timeout, Wagner. Saw something there they didn't like, possible. Just Eric rotating over. I'm guessing they're going to switch and just probably telling his kicker to kick away from number 1. Possibly.
Absolutely.
The block punt recovered in the end zone by Wagner's number 4, Whit Edwards. You may want to renew your heart medication. It's Wagner 28, Hilldale 21, 35 seconds remaining in the first half.
I think I just tell my kicker just to kick it as hard as you can.
Yeah, and I don't know what he's capable of. Capable of booting it back there?
Yeah. I was trying to look and see. You know, not that it probably matters, but he's a sophomore, so this is probably his first year kicking varsity. They probably had a kid last year, so yeah, it looks like we're going to get something short. Oh yeah, and he's going to number 7.
Nice job there, nice return. It's about 6 seconds ran off the clock there. Brings the time to 29 seconds remaining here in our first half.
A really long play.
That was a long one.
Typically about a 3 or 4 second play, just about twice that long.
Yeah.
We do have all 3 timeouts. I don't know what we can do in 29 seconds, but
sure, they're going to play deep, and we're going to see if we can take advantage of something here.
You don't have to have it all. You got a lot of green. Get out of bounds. Great job. That is a great pitch and catch.
Pass is complete to number 7, Lamarion Burton. Nice big chunk of yardage there. Another 10 seconds off of the clock. 20 seconds remaining here in our first half.
I would like to try to watch a clock, but I can't take my eyes off the action on the field, though.
Hornets look to throw the ball again.
Good.
David steps
Get
up.
downfield. Get downfield. Eric, you're going to run out of time. You got to get a timeout.
11 seconds remaining when the ball was stopped. Looks like we are going to have a timeout, Hornets.
All right, Coach, let's play the what-if game.
We will move our camera setup to see if we can try to capture some of it.
All right, what if you are the offensive coordinator right here? You've got 2 timeouts and 11 seconds, knowing that the clock is moving pretty dang quick here at Wagner.
It is. I'm going to – oh, man.
Do you have time for two plays, or you think maybe 1 and then just try to get 3 points?
11 seconds. I mean, you might take a shot here. I think – I don't know. I think we're only going to have 1 play right here. Unless it's a quick, 5 or 10 yard out right on the sidelines, that will be our only shot at maybe running 2 plays here. I think you go for the whole shebang right here.
And now if you're the defensive guy, what do you do there? What are you telling those guys? Keep everything in front?
Yeah, I'm gonna probably play kind of like a man free possibly, or take. We've seen a lot of 2 high safeties, probably stretch those guys back down to the goal line. I don't know. We'll see.
You've coached with some of the guys that are over here. Do you think they're going to bring extra pressure? Do you think they're going to try something like that? Or you think,
I bet they drop quite a bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if they bring 1 extra guy. Bring one of the middle backers. That's kind of a guy that you can sacrifice in coverage and it not mess you up.
Okay, do we have man down here on the bottom?
Probably. I'm sure that safety's got a little bit of.
You got to get rid of it.
They do bring pressure.
You got to go get it.
Oh, God. Seconds remaining. We are going to have time for 1 more play.
Oh,
great job there by David giving us a shot. Pass is broken up, and it looks like we are going to go for a field goal attempt here by Jackson Whitaker.
Where are they putting that ball, and where's he going to kick it from? Holy cow.
This is a long one.
This is going to be a 49-yarder. Oh, gosh. Sorry. How about a 44? Still further than I can throw the ball, so.
Kick is up, and it is off the goal.
Oh, golly. Oh, man. Doesn't get much closer than that right there. For the fans, for either side, very entertaining first half.
Very entertaining first half. Wagner is up 28-21 over the Hornets. Wagner will receive after halftime is over, and we're going And ladies and gentlemen, we do welcome you back to the second half. The Wagner Bulldogs did defer to the second half on the coin toss, so they will receive. Hilldale will kick off. Our score is 28-21 in favor of the Bulldogs to start our second half. Do appreciate you all joining us here online. Whitaker will kick off from the far hash. Kick is up and away. Will be received at about the 5-yard line and run out to what looks to be about the 27, maybe 28-yard line, where the Bulldogs will take over first and 10. We will see what the adjustments the Bulldogs made at half offensively, and what adjustments the Hornets made at half defensively. Here it looks like the Bulldogs will come out. 2 receivers to the bottom, single receiver to the top. Motion the back out. We do have a quarterback draw. Not quite an empty set there.
3-yard gain halted by number 11, Aiden Jenkins, and number 56, Ethan Mitchell, 66.
Brings up a second and about 7 for the Bulldogs. 3 receivers to the bottom, single receiver to the top. Single back, quarterback power. He does fall forward, met immediately there by 19 and 11, Aiden Jenkins and Braden Smith, but he is able to fall forward. I do still believe it is short of a first down. It will be 3rd and 2 for the Bulldogs. Wouldn't be surprised to see that overloaded power set here. And I do think that's what we're going to get. From under center, he is able to pick up about 5 on the play. Good enough for the Wagner first down. Brings the ball up to, looks like they're going to mark it at the 41-yard line. Be 1st and 10. Bulldogs, 10:35 left here in our 3rd quarter.
What's the message, Coach, coming out here in the second half from halftime?
I think eliminate mistakes. You know, we turned the ball over a few times. We had some costly penalties, you know, and we're still in the ball game. I think eliminate those mistakes and keep playing like
ball to ground. Ball to ground. Anybody want to guess there at home who just caused that sack?
Yeah. If you didn't see it, that was number 45, Kaysen Albin, in the backfield quickly to break that up. I do believe it was number 11, Aiden Jenkins, who fell on it. Hornets take over 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Great job there getting on that turnover. See if we can make something of it here.
You know, and something I think positive that right there before half, we moved the ball quickly down the field. You know, 30 seconds. Oh boy. Don't know if he's going to give that. He does give it that as a catch.
Completion. It is a no gain, though.
You know, one positive, let me finish that thought. One positive from the half, even though we don't score, we move the ball quickly. So got to have, you know, even though they wanted points, got to be a good feeling. Oh,
nice
great read. Oh, my word. Keep running, Eric.
Good enough for it. Looks like they're going to give him the first down.
Absolutely.
Nice play there by Kanan David and Eric Virgil, running to the field side and putting trips down to the short side of the field, getting some space. Good job there getting upfield and making that pitch downfield.
The end, he tried to slow play it. Kanan does a good job just tucking, getting upfield, and then Eric does a great job keeping, sorry, I'm watching the play instead of finishing my thought.
Pass is complete to number 13, Logan Harper. Probably no gain on the play, maybe a gain of 1. Bring up 2nd and 10 for the Hornets.
Eric does a great job keeping the spacing right there. Staying available late for that pitch, and that's not something that you just know. That's something that you rep in practice. So that's a great job right there by Eric, executing that play. Oh, that just
like the give there is to Virgil trying to run to that single receiver side. You can tell all eyes are on Virgil. They're just flying to the ball when it's given to him. It looks like that's going to be a pretty big motive for them to keep him out of the ball game as much as they can.
Absolutely. Especially you watch film from last week. He goes, nearly 300 yards on the ground. And we've done a pretty good job. I mean, we scored 21 points in the first half by distributing the ball to other people. I think it's fine to use him as a decoy. If we score 21 again, probably not going to be a bad situation. There's that tunnel screen again. Brayson Lawson making people miss. Hold on to the ball.
Nice play there by Lawson. Getting upfield, going to be a gain of about 10. Going to bring up 4th and probably 4 or 5. Looks like 5 on the play.
And it looks like we're signaling in a play, so we're keeping the offense out on the field. Kind of wonder maybe what's going on with Eric, if he's just tired or something happened on that last play. But he's been out for 2 plays now. Looks like we may be trying to draw him off sides. And 10 seconds left on the play clock. And they bring pressure. Good job of avoiding it.
We do have a guy open.
He just took it away from him for a touchdown. What a play. What a catch. Oh, my word. Great ball.
Great ball. Great call. Great call. I mean, you go 4th and 5. Nice QB scramble. Great job coming up, playing the ball, high pointing it. Touchdown, Hornets.
And that, it looked like right there that the DBs got inside leverage. Brayson Lawson just took it away from him.
He did. Great job just being an athlete there, going up, catching the ball, and coming down with it.
Just be a competitor, and that's what it was right there. And that is one thing you can say about a lot of these seniors.
It's up, and it is good.
They are going to compete.
Absolutely. Man, big-time response to open the second half. So we get a big stop there on defense, and then we capitalize off of the turnover. Something that you got to be able to do in these big ball games. Scores knotted up, 28-28, 7:27 left here in the third quarter. And again, man, what an up-and-down ball game.
And if you are just joining us, you've missed a heck of a first half. And if you know somebody that's not watching, you need to text them. Call them, tell them to get this game on because they are missing a great first-round playoff game.
Great. Man, really, we just see both teams going blow for blow. Big plays. Yeah. Great job by that Hornet offense and defense. Just coming out, playing tough, stingy defense, and then capitalizing there. And again, kind of like what we saw earlier, offense kind of in a tough spot there with 4th and 5, and we go for a touchdown on it. Just great job there. Looks like he is taken down by number 7, Lamarion Burton, at about the 30, maybe 31-yard line. And I do believe that is the Rodriguez kid.
It is. Now, maybe they're just trying to wear him out, Coach. I know we did that a few years ago to the young man that plays tailback for the Raiders. Mm-hmm. I know he had a huge first quarter, and it was hot, and he cramped up and never touched the field again. Maybe that's what we're trying to do here. Let's let him touch the ball a bunch, get tired, and then by the fourth quarter he'll be gassed.
We can hope so. Wagner comes out, trips to the bottom, single receiver to the top. Motion the back out. We do have a quarterback draw, something that we've seen quite a bit.
That is a much better job right there. I kind of trying to watch the defensive line. I watch Case and Albin specifically, and Jaron Nell out here. Sorry, not Jaron, Ryland. Case doesn't shoot up the field. So that's probably something that they have gone in at halftime and made an adjustment on when they get, empty in the backfield. Just got to expect the quarterback is probably going to run that.
And he's been running a lot of inside zone stuff out of that empty set. So, just squeezing that stuff down. Looks like Kaysen got cut right there on that play.
Oh my goodness.
There. Man, that defense did a nice initial job there of stopping him short of the first down, but he just keeps running. That Rodriguez kid is a strong runner, finished forward and did get the first down. 1st and 10 Bulldogs from the 43-yard line.
And if you're a young football player watching, that's how you run the ball. You just keep your legs moving. I hate to keep bragging on a kid from another school, but my word, every school probably wants a kid like that.
Wagner does look to throw the ball.
Ball is up, turn around. You can't, you gotta get your head turned around and find the ball.
We missed that. We will try to scoot the camera back over, see if we can get it. It was caught by Wagner.
That ball is severely underthrown, and not on purpose. I think, him rolling away from his right-hand side had some pressure on him, and we've got a couple of guys close back there. They just don't get their head turned around. Yeah. That ball's hanging there. Easily could have been picked. We've got to make that play.
Yeah, I got to come back and make the play on that for sure. He's a quarterback keeper.
Just a patient runner.
Yeah, he did a good job there. Runs the ball up to about the 25, maybe 24-yard line. Bring up 2nd and 2 for the Bulldogs.
The gain of 8, the ball is the 24-yard line. 2nd and 2 upcoming for the Bulldogs.
Defense really needs to step up and make a play right here.
Absolutely. Single receiver to the bottom, 2-back look. Give is to number 21. Nice hard run up to about the 20-yard line, maybe 21-yard line. We'll be good for the first down. Bring up 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. 4:47 left here in our third quarter. Again, score is knotted, 28-28. A lot of inside run so far in this drive.
And that's probably not something they're going to get away from. I would like to think they're probably not going to throw the ball as much unless something happens where we get up by a couple of scores. But if it stays like it is, real close, back and forth, they're probably just going to continue to run the ball.
It looks like going to be a false start against the Bulldogs.
Well,
we had Kaysen kind of scraping over. I don't think he crossed it, but we will see.
Yeah, it looks like the side judge from that side. Now we're discussing. Let's see which coach is more influential.
I do think that Wagner is motioning that they had a timeout penalty. And I think they are going to waive the penalty off and say that it is a timeout for the Bulldogs.
And I almost think I'd rather have that right now. We're 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Glad that they burned a timeout here early. Mm-hmm. That may be something, you hope that comes into play later in the ball game to where maybe they need to go down and get into field goal position, and they don't have 3 timeouts. They've only got 2, and
it does, especially back and forth game like this. You really never know how it's going to end up. It's been back and forth really since the kickoff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure we're in for an exciting finish. 4:09 left here in our third quarter. Again, score all knotted up at 28. First and 10 Bulldogs.
You know, it looks like they got trips to the top there. Well, yeah, trips to the top.
Wouldn't be surprised if we run it. Yep, back down here to the receiver.
And it seems like Brayson has gone with their number 4 all night. I think he must just have him in man because it seems like he's flip-flopping with him every time.
Mm-hmm. He's done a great job playing that kid all night long.
He has.
Some nice plays on the ball.
And I'm trying to find him on their roster. He's just a sophomore, but he's 6'6".
Yes, and he looks like a good athlete.
Yes, he does.
Tough to stick with. Give is to number 21.
Great job in the middle that time.
Yep, great initial hit there by number 11. Aiden Jenkins gets up a little slow on the play.
Halted by number 19, Brandon Smith, and number 8, Michael Oser.
Brings up 3rd and 2 for the Bulldogs. Big third down play here deep in Hornet territory.
Come on, defense. Somebody step up and make one big play right here for us. Which, if you're Wagner, it's probably 2-down territory.
I would assume so, yes.
Well, or just give it to that guy. And now it turns this into a man, oh man.
They're going to spot the ball at about the 3-yard line. Is good for a Wagner first down. We'll bring up 1st and goal from the 3 for the Bulldogs. I think here, you squeeze everything tight. See if you can make some.
Cause they just broke the huddle and then they sent a man off the field. Now, I'm no rules expert, but can't have 12 out there, can you, in the huddle? And then when you break it, send one off the field?
Don't believe, and I don't know if they had 12. Maybe they're playing with a man short. I did not count.
Oh, well, let's see. Okay, that's a quarterback coming in. Well, it doesn't even matter at this point. We're at 2nd down now.
Nice job there by Case and Albin. Stopping it short. 2nd and goal.
I wonder what you're going to get right here. Maybe quarterback to the left? Oh, sticks his foot in the ground, but is short.
He is short. Only about a gain of maybe a yard there. Brings the ball down to the 1-yard line, so maybe gain of 2 there. 3rd and goal from the 1.
Yeah, I won't be surprised to see him under center and just go straight ahead. Yep, going to go to a diamond formation. I'd be shocked if anybody but 20 carries the ball right here. And I don't think he got in.
I don't either.
Great initial push. I don't know even who that was.
Down on this side.
Yep, looks like he...
Bring up 4th and goal.
And maybe no gain right there, or minimal gain. And we're bringing in some beef right here, it looks like. We only got 1 in, nobody out. Somebody's got to go out. Now we're going 2 out. Come on, guys. Now we're going 2 out, 1 back. Oh, my goodness. I'm confused at this point. I think they're confused. Somebody better just get out there.
Big personnel change for the Hornets. Brought in some big bodies, and let's see if we can stop them at 4th and 1 from the goal.
Oh, great play! Hold on! Hold on to him! Case it happen! Did anybody expect anybody else to bust through the line? Oh, my word. What a play.
Brings up we had Wagner had 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Come out with a great defensive stop. Oh, man. Let's see where they're going to mark it. Looks like they're going to mark it at about the 8-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
Possibly. So about a 5-yard loss on there. Hornets take over 1st and 10. Tied 28-28. 22 seconds remaining here in our 3rd quarter. Big stop. Big stop.
And it looks like we don't have... Well, we are confused.
We are.
What are we doing?
We're going to have to burn a timeout.
You hate to see that. I mean, defense comes out and just does a phenomenal job of getting that goal line stand. And I know we've got kids that play on both sides of the ball, but my goodness, we've got to be ready to go offensively. You know, just what we said earlier, that burning the timeout by Wagner in the third quarter may come back to bite them. Now we have two left for the fourth quarter.
Sure.
Just frustrating, but
man, big stop there for defense. I mean, that is such a huge stop. I mean, a fourth down stand on the one, comes up with a 5-yard loss. I mean, just a great play up front there.
Again, Coach, his first step, there's not a kid in high school, not in 4A, that has blocked that boy for 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
Not one-on-one, and I don't know how he got through. My word, just impressive. His motor, his get-off right there on the snap, that boy's going to be missed next year.
Like another speed option look there for the Hornets to that single receiver side. I believe we may have been out of doubles there. Couldn't quite catch the first part of that play. Looks like it was a keeper for David. Looks like no gain on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and 10. Maybe gain a 2. That brings us to our fourth quarter. Knotted up at 28. And you know, probably going to be a heck of a fourth quarter.
I'm going to say it again. If you're at home because it's cold and you weren't tough enough to make it out tonight, make sure that you have told everybody you know to tune in because you're missing a heck of a first-round game. It's unbelievable, and if you're not watching it, you're missing something just fantastic. One of the best first-round ball games that I think I've ever witnessed. Typically what you see in these first-round games is sometimes you'll see one team just way better than the other one. Not the case here. Two pretty evenly matched teams. We kind of thought coming into it that it was our strength was going to be our offense and their strength was going to be their defense, and that's kind of held true up to this point. Sitting here at 28 all, going into the fourth quarter, I really feel we've got momentum right now, especially after that defensive stand. We have got to go do something. At least, if nothing else, we've got to flip field position right here, at the very least.
And we got a lot on about the